Hi everybody, John with you. Welcome back to my channel. The day after Thanksgiving, Black Friday. I hope you all have had a nice one. I didn't really go shopping. Don't really do Christmas shopping. I went to Walgreens for a couple of things that I could have gone someplace else for, but I kind of just went to Walgreens specifically to avoid going to a super crowded mall kind of setting. And it was not crowded. I just got a couple things. Did a little thrifting, and that was it. So that was my Black Friday. Oh, and I just came back from doing the voiceover work for the pageant for Miss Hawaii USA, and Miss Hawaii Teen USA is coming up next month. And I do, in addition to other stuff for the pageant, I do some of the voiceover work. So like when they have the, the commercial breaks or whatever, it's like the voice that's, Miss Hawaii USA, brought to you by Luxury Row. I also learned tonight that Luxury Row is very hard to say, actually, if you're really trying to say it. It doesn't roll off the tongue. We had to do that one several times because it's like you end up saying weird things like Luxury Row. Anyway. When I lived in South Carolina a long time ago, I used to work at a radio station, and I had a commercial that I was having to produce, and I ended up having to give it to someone else because I just couldn't say it, and it's hard for me to say even now. The Melser Tile Company, and you had to say it like 5 times in this 30-second commercial, and I couldn't even say it once. Melser Tile Company. It really does not roll off the tongue. Anyway, candles. What this video is supposed to be about is about what I will be burning in December. My burning and melting schedule for the Christmas month of December. Christmas and Hanukkah and Kwanzaa and everything else that's happening. So this is what I'm planning on burning. Of course, it can always change. I may pick up something between that I want to burn right away. I don't know. We'll see. But this is kind of what I have lined up. First of all, a ton of melts. I just have a lot of melts that have been sitting around for a while, and I want to use them because I think some of them were old when I got them, and they're probably not going to smell like much of anything. If I can ever get a votive candle to light, I put some in a melter over there, and I'm looking again, and it's the tea light. Frickin' tea lights. I mean, we'll talk about that when I do my review of what I melted this month. But man, tea lights are like an issue. The struggle is real. They are all just dudding out. It doesn't seem to matter what kind I'm using right now, what brand. It's like no matter what I get, they're freaking dudding out. It's making me crazy. Anyway, so maybe I just use the electric one more, but I don't like it as much. It doesn't throw as much, but you don't have to deal with the tea lights. Anyway, melts. I got a whole bunch because I got, like I said, these. I have gingerbread I'm trying to get rid of. Sugar cookie I want to use up. These are all Langley Home. I don't know. It's from the Goodwill. Cinnamon. Cranberry. This month and next, I plan on using all of these up. Cookies for Santa from Better Homes. And Fireside Flurries. This one is nice, also from Better Homes. Yeah, that's nice. A little bit of sugar cookery, a little bit of something kind of spicy. I also have this Yankee Candle Balsam and Cedar that's probably rather old, and I need to use all of those up, so I am going to. And when I'm melting them, they do not smell, which occasionally happens, or they don't smell very much. I do have this that I got from Ross for $4.99 a while ago that I haven't really used, which is white sage and cedar. So that's kind of cedar, it's an evergreenish pine related kind of scent. So I could kind of throw it in those if they need some help. Also, I want to burn, my friend sent me a whole box of different kinds of candles, and there are a bunch of tapers. I want to show you this one in particular. I did burn one of these. There were 2. It's a red velvet taper. I don't know if you've ever seen them, but it's kind of a kitschy 1960s sort of thing to have like those wine bottles in the in the woven containers, that like it's a very kind of 60s Italian kitsch kind of thing, restaurant. But I mean, you can have them in anything, any sort of environment. I have several of them. And some tapers just, disappear. And then there are tapers that are actually designed to sort of drip on those things. And look at how this red velvet taper was amazing. Amazing. Look at how it just fabulous. I mean, it was just fantastic. I have several of these, several different ones. I have one that has like a corkscrew top. It's really interesting. So I'm going to burn this red velvet and another one and maybe some other tapers and work on that this month. As far as the regular candles, this is what I got lined up. Now this is a candle, let's see, Bath & Body Works. It is from 2019. Santa's Workshop, sugared snickerdoodle, cutest container. I think I really bought this. It smells good, but I really just love this container. The little snow top lid. And it smells good. I mean, it is a snickerdoodle. It's like a sugar cookie and cinnamon scent. So we got warm spices, creamy vanilla, sugared musk, and essential oils. I don't know musk, what's musky about a snickerdoodle, but this smells so good. It is cinnamon, sugar cookie with cinnamon coating on it. Very nice. Very cute container. This one also, I think, this is 2020, this one. This year's. Twisted Peppermint. I think I got this at an earlier sale this year, because I did not have any, and I always like to burn a twisted peppermint from Bath & Body Works during the season at some point, because this is just one of my favorite scents also. It's a very strong mint, peppermint, very strong. I mean, it's like those peppermint candies, but very intense. The throw on this is usually pretty intense. The smell is definitely getting up into your nostrils and kind of, like it's there. Cool peppermint, sugared snow, vanilla buttercream, fresh balsam, hint of musk, and essential oils. Yeah. I mean, it does in the way that fresh balsam also has that bite in it that you can really sense in your nose. This also has that kind of a bite to the peppermint. So it's quite strong. Quite lovely.
Greetings, I am an angel, and I bring you glad tidings of great joy. For today, you can hear vintage Christmas records on Moody Mood Music on Live365.com. That's right, vintage Christmas music. You may hear songs that you haven't heard in many, many years, and you may even hear songs that were your childhood favorites. That's vintage Christmas music now on Live365.com on Moody Mood Music, and the link is below in the description box. Now, if you'll excuse me, there are certain shepherds I must appear before.
Something that I do every year, I think I usually mention it in my videos, but when I go thrifting, I look sometimes for candles that are old decorative candles, like this one. Old Halloween time I do it, Christmas time I do it, whenever. This one is from Hallmark, and it's still in its original wrapping, so this is old. I don't know how old it is. Maybe from the 80s, I don't know. It might even be from the 70s or before that, because this label on the bottom looks very old. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, so it's kind of a weird thing I do, because I sort of feel like with records that never get played, I sort of feel like candles are meant to be burnt. And that's their destiny. That's what they're supposed to be. They're supposed to be burnt. They're not supposed to be, I mean, I know they're made as decorative items, but in my mind, they were never, the intention is not that this thing should be 30 years later being brought out still in the plastic and set on top of the TV set and be like, oh, Marge, get out the old Christmas candle. It's like, it should be burnt. And I feel like there's a little Christmas spirit inside that is trapped and it's not being freed. It's not being allowed to live its destiny. So let the little candle spirit go. So every year I like to buy at least one and burn the mother down and let the little candle fairy go free. So this is the one I'm burning this year, and after I don't know how many decades this little guy is going to get to fulfill his destiny as a candle and move on. And we should all do that. Just fulfill our destiny and move on. Back to the candles. I picked this up. Well, these are a couple things from Bath & Body Works I picked up this year. Yeah, 2020. This is Spiced Ginger, which is vanilla icing, cinnamon sugar, fresh ground nutmeg with essential oils. In this sort of just mildly pretty container. It doesn't really do that much for me, but I love the smell. It is it's not super overwhelming. It smells slightly light, actually. But it's definitely that cinnamon, gingerbread kind of scent, definitely. I don't know if there's any icing on that. Don't they say there is? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe when you burn it, but I just kind of get gingerbread, but a little on the sweet side rather than the spicy side, and not totally in your face. This one I am really dying to burn because when this came out, our store didn't have it. They finally had it when I went back on the last sale, so I got 2 of them. It is from this year. You probably know, Peppermint Sugar Cookie. With the lovely, very light, I don't know, this greenish blue, sort of. I can smell it just when I take the lid off, so it's pretty strong. Crushed peppermint, vanilla extract, creamy butter, soft sugar cookies with essential oils. I think that's pretty on the mark for what it smells like. It's like sugar cookie dough. I'm a real fan of sugar cookie dough. Let's be honest here. I'm diabetic, so I don't really eat it now, but I got that way because I really do like it. I know it's kind of disgusting to some people, but like I could get, back in the day, Pillsbury or whoever that makes those sugar cookie dough rolls, that you would bake the sugar cookies at home yourself. Well, I know people get the chocolate chip dough and just eat it without baking it, which is good. But I loved the sugar cookie dough without baking it and just eating it, slicing some off, and that used to be my wintertime treat I do during Christmas season, but I don't do that anymore, but I love it. And this just smells like that with peppermint in it, crushed peppermint. I don't know. Either this will be cathartic and it will help me get through the season without eating that kind of stuff, or it's going to make me run out to the grocery store to buy some of that Pillsbury sugar cookie dough. We'll see what happens. I don't know. Smells good. Finally, I have one of these, and maybe if I have time, or if I burn enough, I'll do another one. But I was getting these metallic village candles, and I pulled out for this month to do Northern Pine. Such a beautiful container. It's going to look beautiful as it burns, I'm sure, shining through this blue metallic glass. This is smells good. Smells pretty strong. Not as strong as fresh balsam, but it's pretty strong. This is a Northern Pine, dark green, really beautiful dark green wax. It's really pretty. It looks very nice and oily too. This is totally like I don't know I can't tell the difference between all these pine scents like some people can tell. Balsam and cedar and blue spruce and whatever. I can't really tell. I mean, it's kind of, to me, like pine is sort of pine. Unless it smells like pine sol, which is sort of something else. But still pine-like. So nice. It just smells like, Christmas trees. The pine forest. I think this will be beautiful for the Christmas time. Yeah, and that is what I have pulled out. So we'll see what I end up burning, if I do more than this or less than this. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But let me know if you have any of these or what your experience has been with them if you do. Don't forget, there's still time. If you are interested in receiving a Christmas card, I'm happy to send them out this year. I'm doing kind of a vintage thing, so just for fun, you don't have to send me anything. If you would like to receive the vintage Christmas card, just send your name and mailing address to moodymoodmusic at yahoo.com. It's just all one word, moodymoodmusic at yahoo.com. And, or if you would like a Hawaiian Christmas card, send your name and a mailing address to hawaiianhifiradio, also all one word, hawaiianhifiradio at yahoo.com. And I will send you vintage Christmas cards mailed with vintage stamps. So it's kind of like getting a lost piece of mail that was actually sent out to your old Aunt Bertha. And 30 years later, it finally arrived. Kind of. I love old stamps too. So yeah, don't forget to do that if you want to also. So let me know if you have any of these candles, your experiences with them, and I'm enjoying watching your videos to see what you are going to be burning in this holiday month of December. So until next time, you guys take care, and I will see you in the next video, okay? Have a good Christmas, Kwanzaa, winter solstice, Hanukkah. Is there anything else? New Year, but we got a little ways for that. Okay. Happy holidays, y'all.